Look what we have in the shop. A 1980 Charvel Pre-Production. No serial number on this sucker. Rosewood fingerboard. Man, look at those frets. They're just kind of chewed up. Customer wants to refret it. Look at that mahogany body, man. And that rare route like the Bengal tiger of Lynch's. Really cool. There's only like 27 thousandths of the fret left, so probably about half of what was on there originally. Some scribbling from the factory, who knows. Look at the date, 12/30 of 1980. Well, I'm going to pull the strings off and let you know what I do. Right here, I'm using a little bit of solder to heat up the frets to pull them out of the fingerboard. It just makes for a cleaner removal. Right there, you can see the low spots of the fingerboard, what I'm dealing with. I have to get everything true before I put any frets in. Do that with a little bit of chalk, and that lets me know what's low and what's high when I run this call over the fingerboard. Have 220 on there, and it's a 9.5 radius, and I just go back and forth till it's all even. Right here, I'm resawing the fret slots and making sure they're deep enough so the frets don't stick out, because I've changed the trajectory of the board now. Right here, I'm cutting each and every fret that's going to go in there. I have the radius preset. Right there, I'm using the jaws from Stu Mac. I glue those in there with a little bit of super glue, and I go all the way across. Let it set, scoop it in there, and then boom, with the jaws, clamp it in there, just enough to let it set, and on to the next fret. There's a picture of how I do all of it. After I've done that, I go in and nip the ends of the frets, make sure they're good and even with the fingerboard. Right now, I'm putting accelerator on the end, because I'm going to put some super glue with some brown tint on the ends of the frets, because there might be a little bit of space underneath the fret, and I don't want that. See how I filled it in after that? Now I'm going to go out and after that and actually sand it down with the fret file on the end and make it all nice. Now, after I've got all the frets filed and even, I'm going to run a marker on the top and go back and forth until all the frets are equal with each other. After I do that, I go from side to side to get rid of any sand marks that are there. A lot of people don't do that, and whenever you go to bend, you hear it's really sucky. That's one thing I hate. Just remember to do that, folks. Then right here, I'm dressing the fret ends, make them so they're rounded, not so sharp. Here in Arizona, we do this every day because guitars are so dry out here. It's where good guitars come to die. After that's all done, I dress the frets. Now buff it out. Look what we have here. Nice. Very cool. I'm going to throw the nut in there. Get this rolling. Once I cut the nut, do a setup on it. She's good to go. Look at that fingerboard. All new frets. Fingerboard straight as an arrow. Man, this is a great guitar, man. Now, here's what we got.